Hey dudes and chicks, and neither if those rules don't apply to you, welcome to Make It For Last Time. My name is Katie. Today I'm going to be popping this palette's cherry. This is the Wahala 2 by Juvia's Place. The second I saw this palette, I was like, it must be mine. This is what the color story looks like. It's beautiful. It does have pressed glitters, which I'm totally not opposed to, and I dip my fingers into them, and they seem like a really good formula. So I'm into pressed glitters. Some people aren't. I believe that if you were into this palette, the ratio of pressed glitters in the palette wouldn't be worth not getting it. I did receive this as a gift from my subscriber, the beautiful, wonderful Christine, who supports my channel so fucking much. She's my friend in Australia, and I just appreciate her so much. There's been actually times of late where if she didn't send me subscriber gifts, that I might not have had shit to review. So anyways, thanks Christine, and thank you guys to all of you guys who have done so much to support me in my channel, in the comments, and on Instagram, just everywhere. You guys have really knocked my socks off this year, and I don't know if you really can comprehend. Like, you hear YouTubers say, oh, I love you guys so much. No, I fucking love you guys because I seriously have no boundaries. So I seriously love you guys. You guys are such a big part of my day, and I look forward to uploading just so I can hear your guys' comments. So I've actually been like uploading like a motherfucker lately because like I want to chat with you guys and shit. So anyways, I wanted to get this palette used at least once before I do my favorites of 2020. And so if you're curious to see what my final thoughts on this palette are, or if you want to see how I got this beautiful fucking look, or if you just like to watch, then stick around. Okay, I'm going to start with my Voldemorphe M506 and just kind of get back to what I know and just start doing some makeup. So I'm going to go into ASAP. I know, this isn't what I know, fucking brown, but I have an idea. And if it works, it's going to look really cool. But I heard Leorah say that she didn't think this color didn't cooperate very well. And quite frankly, I mean brown. So I'm just building this into my outer V, taking it above my crease. I'm putting it above that brow bone to get the shadow on my burly brow bone. I'm going to stop up speaking. There's just so many looks that I could do with this palette, and I just feel like all my looks lately have been like, it's starting to become all the same color combinations. So I kind of wanted to just try some different colors. Don't worry, this brown isn't gonna fucking stay brown for long. Not really anyway. Now I'm just taking this, as I said, like up just to where the, like my brow bone protrudes the most. And then I'm just gonna pack it in here. Just gonna do something easy. I'm pretty tired. I'm not a huge Juvia's Place fan, so I don't have any kind of reference. It's only because usually the color stories don't really do it for me. This one really did. Now I'm just going to go around and just tap out that edge, kind of get rid of that harsh line as best I can. Not too worried about it unless it's not going to blend out, but it doesn't look like that's going to give me any shit, so. Nice. Love it. Now I'm going to go in with another Voldemorphe M506. Like I said, I'm just keeping it simple. And I'm going to go into the color Too Much. This fluorescent pink. I'm just really not getting any kind of kick up in any of these shades. Just FYI, well, any meaning two. And I'm going 50% on, 50% off. I have a feeling this is going to look fucking killer. Leorah also said this color stains. And then I'm going to use my P. Louise Worldy number 143. And I'm going to go into the color Wasted. I'm going to use that along the top. I'm going to actually, I'm going to use a little bit bigger brush because I have more room up there than I thought I was going to. So I'm going to go in with my Crown C528. Oops, crap. Back in with my Voldemorphe M506, back into that color Too Much, the pink. And then I'm going back into Aesop, the brown. I'm just going to start pulling this. Well, I can tell you right now that judging by this performance right now, this is definitely not going to make it into my top favorites, so. Okay, so I don't like this brown. This, I mean, from my limited experience with brown, this is maybe one of the worst browns I've ever used. Because isn't brown normally supposed to be like super easy and blendable and like easy to make and easy to apply, and it's just easy. Like that's been my experience with like brown, is that it's super easy. And this, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm like struggling, but it's not easy and it ain't blending out right there neither. So I don't know if that's my fault or... Or maybe it's just my eyes. Maybe I'm just tired. I don't know. Judging by these colors, this isn't really like, I'm not... I mean, the color story is beautiful. The fucking glitters, I know people don't like pressed glitters, but I fucking put my fingers into them, and like 3 of those 4 are like magical shimmers. Glitters, I meant. Back into the pink. And then into the orange, and I think I'm just going to do this one more time. I'm just building everything and getting it all perfected. This orange is a pretty cute shade. I guess we'll see once I put on the shimmer if I'm like fucking blown away, you know. I'm going to use my AOA E131, one of my favorite brushes for putting on NYX glitter primer. And I'm just going above my crease and kind of just using the NYX glitter primer to kind of clean that up a little. And then I'm going to use my Zoeva 234, and I'm going to go into the color, this is a bad move, I know it, Fake. So if this look is bad, you guys, just know it's because I chose poorly. And I'm just taking that across the top. And then with the back side of that, I'm going into this color Oya. Or, oh yeah. I literally don't even know where to start to look that up. Okay, this looks a lot better on the eye than it looked on my finger. Okay, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that even a little bit. We're gonna go back into Fake. I fucking like that a lot. Yeah, that's fucking pretty. Matches my outfit really good too. Fuck, I'm running out of time. I'm gonna go in with my Rephr 03, and I'm gonna go into that color ASAP, run it along my lower lash line. Now I'm going to use my Boldemorphe M506, and I'm going to go into that pink, Too Much. I'm just blending it out. And then with my Crown C528, I'm going to go into Wasted. I'm going to blend that out. Felt like I got some fallout there, but I didn't. I'm going to kind of build this up right here. Okay, Juvia, I hear you. I think I'm going to take my Kaleidos pencil brush. I think it's the S5. And I'm going to take that color Fake, and I'm just going to run it a little bit along my lower lash line. Oh yeah, that's perfect. This shadow is like oily. It's hard to explain, but I'm going to blend this out with this Boldemorphe brush that had that orange color on it. And it really looks good with that brown. Shoot. Shoot. And then I don't know what to do for an inner corner highlight shade. I'm going to go into my Terra Moon's Iridescent Chameleon in Lunar Spectrum. Holy fuck. I'm gonna go finish my other eye, and I'll be back when I'm done with the rest of my face. So this is the Manifesto, the pièce de résistance. I used my Rouge and Rogue eye wigs in Noirella and my Urban Decay Gel Glide On 24/7 gel liner in Woodstock on my waterline, my Lime Crime Velveteen Matte in Teddy Bear, and then I used my Alien Cosmetics highlighter in Glimmer on my as my highlighter, and then also on my Cupid's bow and on my lip. So a few thoughts about this palette. For one, I'm going to tell you guys while I still am thinking about it. Sorry, I have some kind of hair. Fucking Wookie. Yeti. This brown, this dark brown, this Oh Yeah. the fallout was all over my fucking face and I didn't realize it. And then I just had these dark brown little tiny lines all over the place. It was a huge fucking mess. So when you use that color, which you should, make sure you spray your brush, because I had fallout. And honestly, I normally spray my brush and I don't know why I didn't. I just didn't feel the need to. This look is beautiful. And so I do want to talk about the formula of these mattes, at least for the warm tones. I feel like these shadows are not like the most blendable, but they're not the least blendable either. The formula is strange. It feels like it's really pigmented, but it seems like it might be dry. It's a dry formula. And so it doesn't like spread like butter. Like I say, I got it blended like fairly well, but you can still see where I have a line right here. And normally like I wouldn't stand for that shit. I wouldn't take it laying down. However, I tried to get it out and it was not coming. And I don't know if it's because I packed the shadow on too dark or if there just came a point where, I'm not sure, but you can see where there's little imperfections in my blend, and that's not the use for me. What I do want to say though is that these colors, that dark brown shimmer, oh yeah, when you swatch it, it looks like shit. It almost looks like almost black brown, and there's no shimmer to it at all. You can see in the pan there's like a shift a little bit to it, but when you swatch it on your finger, it looks like it's gonna look like 10 bags of smashed assholes. On your lid, it looks beautiful. So I would say that probably this palette doesn't swatch as well as it wears. Also, the color story, I feel like the colors, and I haven't used them all, but the warm tones were, like I say, the difficult colors in this warm tone section were not easy to blend at all. But the colors, and they're also not the most pigmented. They're like, it's so hard for me to describe it. It's like they're pigmented enough. They're not like pigmented like Melt or really any of the shadows that I'm accustomed to using, but they're pigmented enough to get a really good color out of it. I don't remember if this palette is like super affordable or not. However, the bottom line is I believe that the color story and the colors that are in this palette, which I haven't used these colors, which obviously these greens and purples are the stars of the palette. So it's not like I didn't fucking look at this palette and go, oh my God, I want that fucking brown. I didn't do that, not even a little bit. I use these colors because this is not a normal look for me. I feel like this is a really nice, chocolatey, rich, dusty rose, those colors blended together. So I chose this look because it's not something I would normally choose. I'm just a little bit, when I look at my looks, and they're starting to look the same every time. So I've really been like going out of my way to do things that I normally wouldn't do. And I don't consider this a neutral look at all. I feel like this color right here is shifty. Anyways, I'm not going to go on and on, but what I am going to say is I feel like the quality of these shadows is good enough to want this palette for the colors. That's kind of my final thoughts wrapping up. And just after a first impression, as I said, the normal colors that I would have normally chosen. In fact, I was gonna do an all green look. The only reason why I didn't was because I put this shirt on instead. So I chose the look that I was already gonna do based on the shirt that I put on. Anyways, that seems like a lot of thought for that. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell because you can't wait to see what happens next. Hit the like button if you like this look, or if you just like my sparkling personality, my boyish charm, and hang out with me in the comments because I fucking love it. I think I'm gonna start doing choices on Instagram in my Instagram stories of what palettes you guys wanna see me do 3 looks of. I'm gonna start this year really focusing on using the palettes that I have, not because I always want to use up my shit, not because I want to, go on a no buy or a low buy, but simply because I have so many good palettes that I want to do. I'm all about the looks. I love new palettes. I love trying new brands. Actually, I don't even necessarily love trying new brands. I love finding brands that like speak to my soul. So I wanted to use this palette before I do my favorites of the year. And so that's the reason why I wanted to squeeze this in. I'm super tired today, so I just went down a rabbit hole. Thank you guys so much for watching. You could have been anywhere, but you were here spending your precious, valuable time with me. I lost my train of thought there. And I totally appreciate you. Later.